holy moly, all things 80s, synthy and cool, we have another keytar. This is the brand new AX-Edge from Roland. Now, if anyone knows me at all, they will know that I am a massive keytar fan. We looked at the Alesis Vortex 2 a while back, and I'll link that below. And that was just a MIDI controller. But this is a all-in, built-in sounds, wonder horse of a beast of a keytar. Now, as I mentioned in the Alesis video for the Vortex 2, some people like keytars, some people don't really understand the one that don't. It's a keyboard that you can stand up and play, and it looks cool, especially when you do it like this. I mean, it looks like some kind of futuristic axe from Game of Thrones or something like this. And before we get into all of it, it is worth mentioning that this strip you can see here, you can change the color of, like, I've got one down here. So it's currently red, but you can make it silver. This also comes in a white, and there's a bunch of different ones you can kind of customize and change, which is very cool. And obviously it's got black keys. You know, again, you're either into that or you're not, but it looks very, very cool. So getting into it a little bit, it features Roland's new super powerful SynthX engine. And in terms of like customization, and what you can do with this, it is ridiculous. Like the versatility and the amount of in-depth you can get into in changing everything is absolutely stupid in a good way. We'll get into that in a second, but just to cover some of the basics. So we have 49 velocity sensitive keys with aftertouch, which is always a bonus. It can run from battery power, which is there. I think it takes 8 AA's, or it can run from a power supply, which is very cool. We have Bluetooth, we have MIDI, we have USB MIDI, and we also have mic inputs for a vocoder, which, again, you either like vocoders or you don't, but I mean, who doesn't love a vocoder? And if that wasn't enough, the vocoder works on any sound on the keytar. So you can pick any sound and you can vocode it, which is just, again, very, very cool. There is 320 sounds built up from like over 1,000 different kind of tones, and they're all catered towards guitar players. So you get your fat basses, you get your pads, your phases, your lead, synths and stuff. The sounds are really, really good. I am super impressed with what Roland have done here. So diving a little deeper into the customization of your patches, what this allows you to do is pick 4 different separate tones to make up one patch, one sound, one program. And each of those 4 different tones is individually editable. which is ridiculous. So, you know, reverb, EQ, multi-effects, of which there's like 79. You can customize each different tone to make up one patch. So imagine you take a piano, bass, strings, and like a low synth. You can individually edit them in terms of volume or EQ, as I previously said, to make up that one sound. This really does just open up an endless world of possibilities in terms of sound manipulation and customization. And then if that wasn't enough, the program itself has an extra layer of effects, multi-effects, and again there's 79. It has like 6 reverbs, 8 choruses. So, I mean, this really is like endless in terms of what you can do. Now, as you would expect to see in a KEYTAR, or I would anyway, you have some lovely little expression gadgets up here. Expression gadgets, that's what I'm going to call them. We have like a modulation, we have a ribbon controller, which is pressure sensitive, which I will demo later. You have octave, and you have these filter controls, and master volume. But what's super cool is the, like, say for example, they call it a assignable control, which is exactly what it is. That and the ribbon controller and the modulation bar, you can assign what parameters, what you want them to change quintessentially. So if you want this to go up an octave, or go up a semitone, or do vibrato, or you know what I'm trying to get is you can, each of those things you can individually customize to what you want it to do, which is super cool. I haven't come across that before in a KEYTAR. They're normally set in, you know, they're normally set into fixed to what they can do. So I am very excited about what that has to offer. A cool thing on the back is this hold button here, which is basically will hold your notes. So say for example, we put the arpeggiator on and we use a chord, and then we press the hold button, that will continue to play that arpeggioed chord rather than when you lift your hand off, you know, it will disappear. So that is super useful and super functional. In terms of displays, we have, actually what I'm going to turn it on because it's not on and therefore there's no displays. So let me turn it on. So as you can see, the power lead just slots in the back there, and then we come around here and we turn it on next to the power button. So there's a couple of displays. We have the this kind of display here, which is reading what the program or the tone is. And then we have this display here, which is your live display, which allows you, obviously when you're playing, you can just look down and you can see what number, what tone or sound you are on. It's quickly worth mentioning, and I would expect any keyboard or controller to do it these days, that you can split notes and you can in fact transpose notes as well. In terms of the buttons that we have labeled, set out on the KEYTAR, super functional. We have a program button here which allows you to switch easily between sounds, which we have the sounds here as well. We've got like our menu, exit, enter, shift, favorites, so you can pick favorites and bank them and turn them on. Everything you'd expect. Here we have your programs, and you can assign these to be your favorites or the sounds that you want. This, you would expect you could do that. This is a very, very functional, versatile, customizationable piece of equipment. So you can set out your favorites there. We have a vocoder voice button. As I previously mentioned, you can plug in a microphone and use it as the vocoder, and you smack that on. We have an arpeggiator, which you literally turn that button on and it is now arpeggiating your notes, and you have a lock button. Here we have something called Song Player, which basically allows you to, via USB, insert backing tracks or insert patches or MP3 files, anything you want, which you can then play or use in conjunction with this KEYTAR, which is very, 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 very cool. You'll also see on the back that we have a pedal input, which will allow you to input a pedal. Before we have a bit more of a listen to the sounds and what this thing can do, it's worth mentioning that there is also an app for for this, which allows you to like download and edit sounds and like share sounds with your friends. And it is actually quite cool. So it's worth definitely checking out. That was the new AX-Edge keytar from Roland, and I am a super fan. I'm not just saying that, I mean, I'm well into keytars anyway, so I'm a little bit biased, but I mean, look at it. Like, if you're into playing keys in space, then you have to own one. It's some kind of futuristic axe of a keyboard. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you into keytars? Do you think they're geeky? Let me know. And if you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you very soon.